Feel great. Feel amazing. Just happy to be back out here. It was a little bit of a tease. I'm ready to start hitting some things, but it was great. I'm just so blessed to have my health and be out here running around with the boys.
Well, Mike mentioned that he feared that you might be the number one violator as far as sneaking in extra workouts. How did you resist that temptation?
Oh man, just trying to take it day by day, trying not to get too ahead of myself. Obviously, I'm a high achiever, and I want to come back healthy as quick as possible. And so, throughout this whole process, I've just been listening to my body, listening to my trainers, obviously, and it's been great so far. Been definitely been great.
What's been your main takeaway from this whole process?
It's just taught me a lot of patience. Your body's going to be ready when your body's ready, and so I've just been doing everything humanly possible to, give my body what it needs and take the time to get after it. But I mean, I have such a good training staff in here, such a good strength staff, and we've been working our asses off for 8 months, 8.5 months now. So I just, like I said, feel very fortunate to be back out here doing what I love again.
The mental part is just as big as the physical. Are you in your mind completely comfortable in the Achilles, or might that take some time?
I mean, I think it's a process. I've definitely found that the more that I've done, the more confident I've gotten. Like if you had asked me, 2 months ago or whatever, like, oh, you're gonna be ready to play, I would say like, I don't know, like I hadn't done anything yet. But the more that I keep like putting loading through it and doing football movements, I just get more and more confident every day. So yeah, I feel great.
Certainly, if we had told you at the time of the injury you'd be back practicing on August 12th, would you give me a second?
I wouldn't be surprised because like I said, I'm a high achiever and I've been pushing myself as much as I've been able to, and so I didn't really know what the timeline was. Frankly, I didn't really care because what was more important to me was just taking it day by day, week by week. So now that August is here, it just feels great. It feels really strong.
Where do you stand as far as the big question of the season, when it starts? What's your thoughts on where you think you'll be then?
Yeah, we were just playing it by ear. I mean, this is the first time I've practiced with the boys in 8 months, so it's hard to give you an exact timeline or an exact date when I'm coming back. But all I know is that I feel great, and I trust my coaching staff, I trust the training staff to get me back into play when they feel like I'm ready.
Jaelan, what have you learned from your own rehabilitation process and also what you're being told by your doctors and trainers about the explosiveness return? Obviously, it's not going to be immediate, right?
Yeah, I mean, people have told me in general, like, some people have said, oh, the explosivity doesn't fully come back until the second year. And some people, like, I talked to Shaq, for example, because he obviously did his Achilles a couple years ago, and he was saying he felt, pretty good, pretty great his first year back. So with me, like, I'm trying to hit the ground running. How it's going to react, how it's going to feel, that's to be determined, but I feel really explosive and really strong right now, so.
Who else have you consulted about Achilles in the recovery process?
Obviously, I talked to Aaron some when it first happened. I've checked in with him. He's checked in with me throughout the process. His situation is a little different than mine, so it's kind of not really comparable in that sense. But Shaq was somebody I talked to. I talked to Kirk, but again, another quarterback. It's kind of a different situation. Vince Beagle is a guy who I played with. You guys know Vince. He did his Achilles a couple times. Cam Akers, when I was back in LA doing my rehab, he was there as well. So I've just been picking people's brains, and the main takeaway I've gotten from everybody is that they feel 100%. Like they don't feel like they had to miss a step, or that whether it's a year or 2 years afterwards, like they don't feel like there's an injury there. So that just definitely reassured me. And like I said, the more that I've been able to do, the less I've been thinking about the Achilles, and the more I've been building confidence. So it feels great.
Because of Hard Knocks, we got a unique look into the injury and the post-injury process. Number one, did you watch that episode of Hard Knocks?
Several times,
Okay, so
a lot of times.
The emotional journey of the fans gone with you on that episode. I'm
Yeah.
curious to kind of reflect with you going back to then versus today. Just those dark days between you're by yourself versus getting back on the field. When you think about that, what kind of comes to your mind?
Yeah, I mean, when it happened, obviously, I was just so devastated that, all the work that we put in together as a team and obviously individually throughout the whole offseason and everything culminating to that, and kind of just the way the season was going. Obviously, I had some adversity in the beginning of the season, injury-wise, and so I felt like I was really hitting my stride. And to, especially the way that game was going, like I said, I was hooping, I was balling out. Mike had told me before the game, like, this is your opportunity to kind of be a household name, and so I was riding high, like probably the highest I've been in my NFL career, and then to be humbled just like that, it was devastating. And but right when it happened, I remember going to the shower and I was crying, and I just told myself like this is okay. Like this, I'm gonna attack this. Like I'm gonna get over this, and it's gonna make me stronger at the end of the day. So I really thank God. I really said thank you. Like thank you for giving me this opportunity because I know it's gonna make me a monster. And so yeah, it's been a hell of a journey. Just having to test my patience. Like I said, I couldn't walk for basically 4 months. And then getting back into it, obviously, like I love running, I love speed. That's my whole thing. And so coming back into it, having to start on the treadmill, and then when I'm out, running on the ground, like the first couple times I was running, it felt good, but then afterwards, I'm super, super sore and having to cut it down for a little bit. So it's just been a up and down process. Like most things in life in general aren't linear, but especially recovering from injuries and a major injury like that, it's not linear. Been a lot of peaks, a lot of valleys, but I feel like I'm in a really strong part of my recovery right now, and I'm making a lot of big strides. So, yeah, I don't have a lot of time to like reflect on it just because, like I said, I'm so present, I'm so focused, and really so eager to get back. But like when I watch those videos and stuff like that, sometimes I'll be having to remind myself like who I am as a player, right? I'll be looking at old film, looking at the Hard Knocks episode and stuff, just to give me that confidence because I've been away from the game. This is the longest, basically, my whole life that I've been away from football, other than when I retired. But that's kind of a different story. But I came back swinging when I retired, so hey, gonna come back swinging now.
So what was your reaction when they told you you're off the public?
I mean, like I said, I'm not like celebrating because I'm ready to go. Like I'm excited for actually being back into playing. I'm really focused on being on point with the playbook and obviously a bunch of new teammates. Like my number one priority is like gaining their respect, and they do respect me based off of my merits and based off of what they've seen. But I want them to respect me based off what I'm doing right now, and I know they do because they see me working my ass off and they see everything that I put into it. But I'm really just excited to actually get back on the field. Actually, this defense is really special, and we have a lot of talented guys, and it's been really exciting seeing them fly around, seeing them make plays. But I want to be a part of that too, and I want to be that guy in this defense. And so, yeah, it's soon come, but I just got to, like I said, play it day by day and be patient.
Speaking of those new teammates, what are your
I got you next.
what are your first impressions being of guys like Chop or Mo Kamara, who've had these increased reps while Bradley's been out?
They've been great. They've been super eager to learn. They've been picking my brain. I've been trying to give them as much knowledge as possible. And when I see them play, like Chop, he's super athletic, super explosive. His get off, his aggression, his leverage, everything is like better than I was when I was a rookie for sure. And his mentality too. Like he doesn't even celebrate. Like I'm trying to get him to be a little bit more emotive, just because you could tell how like that's not enough for him. Like when he makes a big play, makes a TFL or whatever, like that's kind of the standard, which is an amazing thing. And so I think he's been doing a great job. Mo's been doing a great job. Like I said, super eager to learn. Grayson's been doing great. Obviously, it was really unfortunate to see what happened to him. But the guys in our room are amazing. Having Og back has been incredible. I know he is a great leader for the guys, and obviously he can play his ass off still. And then Q, I think, has been the biggest, I wouldn't say surprise, because everybody within the organization knows that he's been a dog, but he's taken that next step, and he just embodies energy, he embodies confidence, and he does all the right things right, and his mentality is in the right place. So, yeah, we got a hell of a group of guys.
I saw you talking to Kirk Cousins. I appreciate that. I saw you talking to Kirk Cousins last week during joint practices. Two things. Number one, did you seek him out or did he seek you out? And number two, what have you learned about the fraternity of NFL players who have had similar injuries?
Yeah, so I actually met Kirk at the NFL or at the Super Bowl in Vegas, and I was at some NFL corporate sponsor event, just being a show pony, and I saw Kirk, went up to him, kind of approached him. He knew who I was, and we just started chopping it up. And he's just like super humble, super down to earth guy. So we had some great conversations then. And then obviously when I saw him out here, checked in on him, saw how he was doing. And then, in terms of like the fraternity of the NFL, especially when you got guys who have similar injuries, it just kind of like you're already connected off the bat. And then, obviously if they're good people, you can kind of chop it up and stuff like that. But I think in general, the NFL fraternity is pretty great. It's pretty cool. Like most guys, when I meet them outside of ball, it's just like game respects game. And so like, people like Max Crosby is someone I met in the off season, and we were able to chop it up, and him tell me he loves my game, I tell him obviously I love his game. So I think that's pretty cool. It's a really cool part about being in the league.
Last question. What does it say about the Dolphins?
We can do one more.
The Dolphins' faith in you that you were going through your rehab and then they picked your
Yeah, I mean, it means the world, obviously. Like, contracts and things of that nature aren't obviously my priority. Like, I want to be here as long as they'll keep me. I love being a Dolphin, and really with me, I'm just, like, focused on coming back, being healthy and staying healthy, and doing everything I can for this organization, both on the field and off the field. So it meant the world to me that they had the faith in me, and, obviously it shows how they feel about me as a person and as a player. So very appreciative of that, for sure.
Even if it was at a walk-through pace, what were those moments like today, being back out on the field, get the guys in the team setting?
Like I said, it was great, but it was a tease. I need more. But like I said, I'm patient, and I trust the trainers. I trust my coaches, and at the end of the day, I trust myself too. So I'll be honest with them about how I'm feeling, and I know that they'll take care of me. And they want to see me back out in the field too, but they also have the long-term vision, and I do as well, obviously. But Mike said it perfectly. Like I'm my biggest enemy when it comes to like trying to get back, just because I'm so eager to be playing and be back out there with my guys. So, but yeah, it'll all happen in this natural course.